Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to another YouTube video and more. And in today's video, I'm gonna giving you guys my spoiler thoughts on Peacemaker so far as a whole. As of right now, we're halfway through the show, 4 episodes in, and now we are 4 episodes from being done with the show. I can't wait till those last 4 episodes come out, because this show honestly has been very great so far. Season 2, I love Season 1. Season 1 is one of my favorite seasons of television in superhero media. But let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So far in the 4 episodes that we've gotten for Peacemaker Season 2, I thought it was pretty good. I do have some gripes with it, though. There's a couple things that I'm kind of iffy on and a couple things that I didn't really like. It's not as, comedy-centric this season. I was kind of missing a little bit of that comedy, but in the most recent episode, episode 4, we did get some of that comedy, actually. You had, that scene where Tim Meadows' character, Flurry, he got spat on by Ginger Cool Economos, which I thought was so funny, and it made me laugh, out loud so much. Tim Meadows' character, Flurry, an agent of Argus, is definitely one of the greatest new additions to the season. You also have Judo Master returning. That scene in episode 4 where he's just doing backflips towards Peacemaker was amazing. So yeah, obviously in the first episode we have Peacemaker kind of depressed, and then he goes ahead and finds the other world thanks to Eagly, and he meets his parallel version, and he obviously kills himself from that other world. I thought that was cool and a fun little cliffhanger to end off the episode. And then in the next one you had Vigilante coming to help him, which that's another weird thing I'm kind of iffy on. Where's Vigilante this season? We haven't gotten a lot of him. He's been mainly not, he's nowhere to be found this season. You had a quick little cameo in episode 4, bring the doors for Peacemaker, and then you had another cameo in episode 2, obviously, and then they have the 11th Street kids have their party for Ginger Cool. And I also gotta love that new nickname. Last season it was Die Beer. This season is Ginger Cool for Economos. But he really went from Economos to Econogo. That was pretty cool. But yeah, and obviously Harcourt this season is pretty down bad as well. She's got toxic masculinity, and she has trouble finding a job for herself because Amanda Waller took it out on her, even though it was Adebayo's fault. Adebayo also, she's no longer seeing her girlfriend and this season, and then that's kind of where she's at right now. I do like the story of the other world and stuff, and how that's Peacemaker's finally finding his place in the world, or another world technically. So we got to see him finally go into that other world for fully in episode 3, and he met the other world version of Hardcore, which is obviously much nicer, and she actually does work for Argus still. And you have the Rick Flag of that universe, who it wasn't really clear if Rick Flag in that universe and Hardcore are dating. Obviously we had the reveal that Hardcore in the mainline universe for the DCU was dating, cheating, which I didn't really like how they made him cheat on Enchantress, which brings up a lot of questions if the 2016 Suicide Squad is canon or not, but I think James Gunn confirmed that it's not. But James Gunn's way of making Rick Flag, he's cheating on somebody, and I didn't really like that because he's supposed to be this cool American hero, and he was one of my favorite characters from the Suicide Squad, so that kind of put a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth that he was cheating on Enchantress, June Moon, with Harcourt, and that's obviously why we got some more background knowledge on why Harcourt doesn't really want to go full-on dating Peacemaker, and to the point where she's willing to betray him and they're friends, obviously, because in episode 4 we saw that Rick Flag Sr. is going to Harcourt to have her help, and that's finally going to get her career back. So I thought that's a cool little point of conflict, and I can't wait to see that be explored more in episode 5. Michael Rooker's character as well is pretty cool. He's like this birdcatcher redneck dude. I thought it was so funny when he uses like spiritual powers and he was like just crisscross applesauce flying in the air like a bird's eye view. That really got me laughing as well. Episode 4 was definitely, I think, the funniest of the episodes. It was kind of bare though, like nothing really happened. And my biggest gripe with this season is like, why the fuck isn't Peacemaker wearing his costume, you know? Like, I want to see Peacemaker be Peacemaker. He's not, like, he didn't wear it in episode 3, he didn't wear it in episode 4, he didn't even wear it in episode 2, I'm fairly sure. And we only got to see him wear his costume in episode 1. And, you know, I'm really hoping that he puts on the costume in episode 5. Same with Vigilante. I want to see freaking Adrian Chase be Vigilante, you know? And hoping that we just get a nice scene of Vigilante killing the people of Earth X. At least that's what the theories are going around in the community right now. Everybody's thinking that that other world is Earth X because obviously you see no people of color in that world. So I'm excited to see that reveal. I don't think we're gonna like have them go back to that other world though in episode 5 because if we got that like early trailer and it looks like Peacemaker is gonna be finally confronted by Rick Flag Sr., which I can't wait for that. I'm also wishing that we got more scenes with Peacemaker and his brother Keith, and especially the red dragon in the universe. So I guess it's the blue dragon. I don't know, because his costume's different. But I hope we just get a scene of them fighting people together. I think that would be cool, like the actual top trio, because that's what they call themselves in that other world. I'm glad that Economos stalled and he's not fully betraying his friends. And I like that little scene where Economos just looks at Harcourt in disgust, like, why are you betraying your friend and stuff, which I thought that was just so cool to see. But it's kind of contradicting Economos, though, because he's technically doing the same thing, but at least he warned Chris that Argus was coming. And yeah, I'm also, like, I can't wait to see the Rick Flag again, or Rick Flag Sr. and Peacemaker scene where they finally interact together. The fight scenes in the season so far as well, there's not too many. You had that one in episode 3, which was really great, where he, like, stabs a guy with pencils, and he's just killing that whole team of, I forgot what they're called, like, Liberty Fighters or something, Freedom Fighters, something like that. But, yeah, and he, like, I'm not sure if he was wearing his helmet during that scene or not. I don't think he was. That's another thing, though. Like, we haven't seen Peacemaker do anything with his helmets this season. Like, it's kind of weird that it doesn't really feel like Peacemaker's being Peacemaker. Like, he's obviously still, like, killing people and doing Peacemaker-esque stuff, but that's just my thoughts on the half the season that we've gotten so far. So I am really excited to see the other half. We've seen some things in the trailers that we haven't seen yet, like parts of the other dimension, and I can't wait to see the reveal of like if that Earth, the other Earth, is Earth X or not, and like the Nazis won and stuff. Like that's how it is in the comics. They did that in the CW one time. But yeah, I'm very excited to see that. But with that said, guys, that's going to do it for my spoiler thoughts on Peacemaker episodes 1 through 4, season 2. Let me know if you guys want to see a like finale review of the second half of the season. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the YouTube rigmarole, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.